Shalom, shalom. First and foremost, I want to give all praises to Yahweh, Hashem, Shai, Hashem, Rakakadash. A double honors to the apostles, elders at Great Millstone. Salutations to your occupants out there doing work of truth and sincerity. All right, so, today is just an impromptu, open forum. It's a lot going on, especially among you Israelites. A lot of you are afraid of the things to come. So, that leads you to be more PC, more politically correct in the eyes of the so-called white man, because as we know, you fear the so-called white man over the word of the Heavenly Father. Yahweh, Hashem, Shai. And we're here to simply preach the gospel, preach His word, because it's not our word. All right. There's nothing grandeur about being a prophet. Most of the prophets of old were in positions of difficulty, man. Who was it? Jeremiah, who was almost killed. He was put in a position, peril, dangerous position. Isaiah, was it Isaiah who was naked? He had to prophesy naked, if I'm not mistaken. All right, Jonah, he was swallowed by a whale because he didn't want to go do the work of the Lord. Which the Lord sends out His men to do His work, man. No
matter how difficult it may be.
Exactly. And you got a lot of this rhetoric now because the young lady from IUIC, which is tragic, she was murdered. Okay, and now it's this rhetoric, all these camps, these men teaching, and these camps don't follow these men. We shouldn't follow men. Well, the Lord sets up men. All right. And you can't use one peasy head nigga who pretty much took matters into his own hands and murdered the young woman. You can't take his situation and then try to lump us up in there together with this idiot, man. All right?
Scripture say all things are lawful but not expedient.
Right, exactly.
We're not living in our kingdom. We can't, to go around basically breaking out the law, because they don't believe in the law. They don't follow the law.
Thank you. The world doesn't follow the law. The law is a shadow of things to come. We're under grace. So whatever the case might have been, we don't know. All right. She might have did something, or he might have been envious or jealous, or whatever the case may be, because the rage of a man when he's jealous, man, can nobody quench that, So it could have been 1,000 things. We don't know, but we know he was off. All right. Could you get Proverbs 1 and 20? All right. Okay. Because this is what Yahweh Shai, man, said, man. We're supposed to wait upon the Lord. So if she did do something that she transgressed against her husband, or whatever the case may be, which is really none of our business, he's supposed to put her away, not put her to death, man. Fucking idiots, man.
This is Proverbs chapter 1, verse 20.
And this, this is just a point. I'll get that one. Can you find the one where it says cast the first stone, where Yahweh was talking to? Yeah, kind. And then we're supposed to be out here teaching, man. All right. A lot of people woke up because of the men being on the highways and byways, man. All right. You got this woman, I don't know her name, and then this other nigga, this guy that's teaching against the camps. He teach against the 12 tribe sign. A bunch of idiots, man. All right. Proverbs 1 and 20. It says, "Wisdom crieth without; she uttereth her voice in the streets." And where does the Most High send His men? All right. He sends us in the streets. Okay. He sends us in the streets. All right. She cried in the chief place of concourse. Okay. That's at the openings. Well, it's going to say in the openings of the gates. All right. In the city, she uttered her words, saying, "How long, ye simple one?" All right. So wisdom is in the streets, man. All right. It ain't in the house behind, sitting down and, we do this because it's part of the work. But this ain't all there is to it. There's more to it. There's more laborious works that you're supposed to be doing out there on the highways and byways, edifying within the house, righteous conversation, as the scriptures say, man. You know?
Everybody want to put the Most High in the box. Like, the Most High limited to, one resource.
Right.
The spirit is, forever moving, But like the brother said, primarily, the work is outside. Because how else are you going to reach the broad ways of people?
Right.
Different diversities.
Right.
Yeah, we got the internet, but hey, some people ain't got internet.
Right.
So through the word of mouth, and then that was scripture said, "Thy eyes shall see thy teachers."
Exactly.
How you gonna fulfill that prophecy?
Right. But hey, it just proves, man, that these people they don't know what's going on, and the spirit ain't dealing with them. These guys is talking about camps, that the camps, being in the camp is going on. You're idiots, man. You're idiots to the purpose of the Most High, the will of the Most High, the foolishness of preaching. Scriptures talk about that. In fact, I'm finna get slack. You can go ahead with yours.
This is John chapter 8, starting verse 4, and starting verse 3.
Mm-hmm.
And the Pharisees and the scribes brought unto him a woman. Matter of fact, started 1. And Yahushua went unto the mountain of Olives early in the morning, and came again unto the temple, and all the people came unto him, and sat down, and taught them. And the scribes and the Pharisees brought unto him a woman taken in adultery.
Right.
And when he had set her in the midst, and when they had set her in the midst, they said unto him, Master, this woman was taken in adultery in the very act.
Right.
Now Moses in the law commanded us that that should be stoned. But what sayest thou?
Mm-hmm.
They said to tempt him that they might have to accuse him.
Right.
But he stood up. Well, he stooped down with his finger and wrote on the ground, and said he heard. As he heard them not. So when they continued asking him, he lifted himself up. Lifted up himself and said unto them, He who was without sin among you, let him cast the first stone.
Right. So all of us is not without sin, man. All of us go off on a daily. Okay. All right. So if she did commit adultery or do whatever whatever. All right. You ain't supposed to put her to death, man. All things aren't expedient. You can get that.
So
this dude was an idiot, man. But all things come from the Lord, man. All right, we understand that through the Spirit and power of Yahushua, which is His word. We understand that death and life is in the power of the Lord, man. All right. So, either way you judge it, the Most High is the one that sanctions death, man. And that's for a lot of you emotional Israelites, man. All right. I got 1 Corinthians just to prove the point, man. We supposed to be out there on the highways and byways, okay? And I got 2. 1 Corinthians 1 and 18. For the preaching of the cross is to them that perish foolishness, all right? So of course, to them that perish is foolishness, all right? Which a lot of you Israelites, y'all perishing as we speak, man. It says, but unto us which are saved, it is the power of the Most High, man. So the foolishness of preaching is the power of Yahweh by Hashem Yahushua, man. All right, verse 19, for it is written, I will destroy the wisdom of the wise and will bring to nothing the understanding of the prudent. All right, so he's using his men to what? To bring down the wise and the prudent of this world. All right, it says, where is the wise? Where is the scribe? Where is the disputer of this world? All right, and not God made foolish the wisdom of this world, which He has, man. All right, He's made foolishness, these wise people foolish. Okay, that's why nobody wise can stand in front of us. Okay. One more. It says, for after that, in the wisdom of God, the world by wisdom knew not God. So by all the wisdom of the God in the world, they don't even know the Most High, man. All right. It says, it pleased God by the foolishness of preaching to save them that believe. All right?
Hey, that's why they believe that this preaching is foolishness.
Right.
You know, because it don't fit their agenda. It don't fit their lifestyle.
Exactly.
You know, it condemns every thought. What's that? Cast down imaginations.
Yeah, it casts down imagination, but it's also another one that says, you know, they coming not to the light because the light is going to reprove their deeds, man. Right. So this is 1 Corinthians 4:9. It says, "For I think that the Most High have set for us the apostles last, as it were appointed to death, for we are made a spectacle unto the world, and to angels, and to men." So the men of the Lord are set up to be sent forth, apostles. We are apostles, okay? That's what they're saying now. But how much more in these end times? Okay, there were prophets in every empire that ever existed in the world throughout all history. All right, you always had a prophet stand up and preach against and prophesy about the downfall and the coming of the Lord. All right, that great and dreadful day. You know, but the point I'm trying to make is that, hey, the Lord had men to be sent forth, what? To gather his elect, to bid them to the marriage. All right, but obviously you Old Testament Israelites that you PC, the ones that want to get along and go along in the society, this society is going to be destroyed. Okay? He sent forth us to what? To be made a spectacle unto the world. So how are you going to be made a spectacle if this is just on the inside? You in the building. Man, you people are through, man. Go ahead.
This is John chapter 3, verse 19. This is the condemnation that the light is coming to the world.
Right.
And then that light, which is the scriptures. You know,
exactly.
Revealing the deeds of you wicked people.
And it starts with this men on the highways and byways.
God.
Since when? Hey man, in the late 80s, 90s, preaching the word, that's how most of you niggas woke up, man.
Before that was
excuse me, a lot of you Israelites woke up, man.
You know, the internet on been here, what, 25, 30 years? So
not even.
Right.
I mean, they got popular in the 2000s.
Right.
You know?
So, you know, it is really just launching. So how you get the word before that? Because it was men out there on the street teaching the word.
Exactly. Talking about these people.
They bugged out.
But you know what? It's a pretense to say, well, look, these men are not for us. Because they don't want to be seen in the same light as us.
Right.
They don't want to be lumped together with us. So what are they doing? They're saying, look, we ain't with them. Oh, they going off. They ain't doing nothing. Oh, look, you following man. You know, they evil. The devil is with them. But we constantly waking people up and edifying them with the scriptures, man. All right? These damn people, man.
Right, because like you said, it don't fit their agenda.
Exactly, man.
They still want to go off and do what they want to do.
Yeah, their eyes are all starry for this comfort in this damn world, man. When the Lord is going to destroy this place, man. God. He's going to get rid of all the wicked, man. All right? His judgment is upon the earth and upon the heathen nations, man. Especially you 2/3 of the nation of Israel, man. He's going to get you because a lot of you niggas are just self-willed and you want to create your own righteousness, man. All in all, you're trying to disannul the Most High's will that he set up by the word, by the oracles of his own mouth, man. All right? Damn it, man.
Because back in John 3:19, it said, and this is the condemnation that the light is coming to the world. Yeah. And men love darkness rather than light.
Right, so men love darkness rather than light. So you got people out here calling themselves Israelites, but then now the 12 tribes chart don't exist. I mean, that's off. All right, when obviously it's fulfilling prophecy, okay? Because in Ezekiel 37 it tells you put the 2 sticks together, one for Israel, all right, which is the northern kingdom, and one for the southern kingdom for Judah, okay? Bringing the tribes back together, all right? And Israel's dispersed throughout the 4 corners of the earth, all right? So Salakia.
So back in 19, it said, men love the darkness rather than light because their deeds are evil.
Right. And a lot of you just evil-minded, man. You ain't got to tell somebody, look, you're gonna die. if you hold your sword back from blood, meaning if you're not getting in, if you're not bringing forth the truth and doing what you're supposed to do in the spiritual war, which is what? Consuming the wicked with the spirit of the Lord's mouth, then you're being evil, man. All right?
You're part of their society.
Right, man.
Ain't no way of, sugarcoating it,
Okay.
The Lord said, hey, if you're not for me, you against me.
That's the spirit. I was just about to say that.
He said, anybody who don't agree, hey, he gonna say, bring him hither, slave
before me.
Right. So like they got a worldly saying. With the term that they use, right, same as that.
Get down, lay down.
Get out and lay down.
Yeah, exactly.
But
that's true.
Real quick, this is Psalms 7 and 11. It said, the Most High judges the righteous, and the Most High is angry with the wicked every day.
Yeah. So he's angry with the wicked every day, man. All right? Right now as we speak, man. Okay? A lot of you niggas think you're doing something righteous because, you speak, don't follow men and this, that, and the third, but you're being wicked, man. Okay? But hey, man, everybody's going to answer for every idle word, man. Everybody going to answer for every idle word. Okay? Nothing is going to go unheard, unjudged. Okay? All right?
Yeah.
Still got a little bit more?
Yep.
Okay.
So verse 12 said, for he turned not, and he will not, so like he turned not, he will with his sword, he had bent his bow and made it ready. And he had prepared him, and he had also prepared for him instruments of death, and ordained the arrow against the persecutors. Behold, he that travaileth in iniquity had conceived mischief, and brought forth falsehood. He that made it a pit, digged it, and falleth, and is fallen into a ditch which he had made. So all the these devices and all these things that you putting out there, hey, the Lord said you're gonna fall into them same traps. What's our scripture say? Will you render me a recompense, not to turn on your own head?
Yeah, that's Joel 3.
So back in verse 16, his mischief shall return upon him. I just said it.
Yeah, okay.
His mischief shall return upon his own head, and his violence and his violent dealings shall come down upon his own plate. Hey, so everything that y'all sowing, that same thing y'all gonna reap. Y'all sowing nothing but evil, evil and discord.
From the greatest to the least of you, man.
God. And then the Lord for the turn it on y'all head.
That's right.
Say, and I will praise the Most High according to his righteousness, and I will sing praises unto his name, Yahweh.
Right, exactly. According to his righteousness, man. All right? According to his righteousness. All right? And he's bringing forth his righteousness, man. All right? His word, his prophecy is being brought forth. How is the other nations supposed to know that they're going to be the judgments of the Heavenly Father? How the hell else is Israel supposed to know the judgments of the Heavenly Father? All throughout the scriptures, you see men of renown, prophets, being sent forth out there on the highways and byways, out there in the gates of Israel. All right? And what? They hated him that rebuketh in the gate. Okay? Because the prophets were set up to rebuke, to reprove, to warn, admonish, warn. All right? It's nothing difficult about understanding these things, man. But it's always you Israelites they got these followings that think God has put his hand on you and he's talking and speaking through you.
God, his self-righteous spirit. That's the spirit that everybody come in. Don't nobody want to follow the order that Yahweh Shemel set up.
That's right, man. Everybody want to do their own thing.
Yeah, thanks to Alistair Crowley, do what thou will. You know, the Most High dealing with me personally. You know, it's all about me.
Exactly, man. And you think you got what it takes, and you got the know-how to get through the perils that come. And in fact, a lot of you not talking about the perils that come, man. How many of you niggas talking about the RFID chip, which is the devil, all right, which is a so-called white man, which is a true devil, all right, who's pushing that on the whole earth, man. He's setting up his 5G technology, so we can live in the Internet of Things, so everything's connected. All these devices are connected, all right. Then he's bringing in the beast system, all right, with this whole what is it? With the crypto, man,
Cryptocurrencies.
The blockchain, you know.
Yeah, but you know, you people, you peons, y'all talk about marriages and getting along, coming together, saying kumbaya. You know, ain't no time for that. We in a time of war.
A time of war, man. Let us fight. We gonna do what we gotta do. We the ones that's fighting. We the ones that's on the front line, man. You niggas talking about the camps. You got dudes that say, you know, with the situation that just happened in over there overseas in Europe with the young lady being murdered. You know, I told you not to follow those camps. What the hell the camps got to do with that, man? For some one idiot, one idiot's choice, man. All right, which it wasn't his choice. The Most High put them to death, man. And the Most High be bringing occasions against you niggas, man. All right, so you can say stupid things, man.
Hey, 2 birds with 1 stone.
Boy, man.
You know,
I don't even know why I'm so pumped and riled about this, man.
Hey, even if the young lady did deserve death, like the brother brought up when we first started, you know, it's not expedient. You know,
Right.
We not in our kingdom.
Exactly.
So, you know, the Lord put the spirit on that brother who killed her to you know, execute her and get his judgment.
Exactly, man. Okay? Because we ain't gonna be no putting women to death in the kingdom, all right? We're gonna be totally righteous. Okay? That was the past, man. Being stoned and all of that, man. That was of the past, man. All right? We was in bondage under the law, and we couldn't keep the law to 100%, man. And those that think that the law is going to make you righteous, man, you out of your damn minds, man. Okay? If you don't believe on Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushua, man, you're through, man. You're through. All right? If you're not doing his will, man, he's going to turn you away, man. Even the ones that's preaching in the streets, he's going to turn away. Because what he said, we have prophesied in your name.
Right.
He said, get thou away from me.
Thou wicked
yeah, man.
Thou wicked son.
He said, I know you not, man.
Right.
All right? So it proves that, it proves that men going to be out there in the streets preaching, you know?
Just because you call yourself an Israelite, that don't mean the Most High finna save you.
Exactly.
Real quick, this is 2 Corinthians chapter 10, verse 3. So, matter of fact, that's like 4. It said, for the weapons of our warfare are not carnal,
Right.
but are mighty through the Most High and pulling down the strongholds. So we ain't going out killing nobody. You know, we ain't going out, starting riots, starting mischief. No, our work is this truth. You know, and men hate and revile us because we bring out the truth. We revealing their wicked deeds.
Exactly.
Casting down imaginations, every high place that exalted itself against the knowledge of the Most High.
Right, man. So we're exalting His word over those that exalt their thoughts and their ways over the Most High, man. All right? We're pulling down the strongholds with His word. And where does that start? It starts on the highways and byways. Okay? Period, point blank, man. You can't cut it any other type of way.
And bringing into captivity every thought to the obedience of Yahushua, having a readiness to revenge all disobedience when your obedience is fulfilled.
Right. Right. This is Zephaniah 3:8. It says, therefore wait ye upon me, saith the Lord, until the day that I rise up to the prey. All right. So the Lord said, "Wait ye upon me, man." And two-thirds of the nation of Israel will be wiped off the face of the planet, right along with the wicked ass heathen. Okay, because y'all really y'all all in the same boat, man. Okay, y'all all is targeted for judgment. All right. See, Israel is so emotional. All right, they don't even understand it. They really don't understand the scriptures, man. All right, they don't understand what the elders say. They say the nastiness of the scriptures. You know,
God.
how many of you can stomach sacrificing your own son? All right,
God.
even though he didn't, but he was told to. You know,
You can't even sacrifice giving up your woman. You know, and that's how simple-minded you pea brains are. You know.
Yeah. I mean, it's a lot of things in the scriptures that don't quite go well with you people's minds today, man. You know, you can't stomach a lot of things that the Most High is doing, and the Most High, Isaiah 55. I'm gonna finish this. It says, "For my determination is to gather the nations, that I may assemble the kingdoms to pour upon them my indignation," meaning righteous anger, even all my fierce anger. All right, for all the earth shall be devoured with the fire of my jealousy. Okay, and that's soon to come, man. All right, and that's why we supposed to be out there on the highways and byways, letting people know. And the Lord, and what did the angel tell John the Revelator, man? That he shall prophesy in front of the face of kings, man. All right.
This morning.
Yeah, that was it.
Real quick, this is Isaiah chapter 30, verse 20. It said, "Though the Lord has given us the bread of adversity and the water of affliction, yet shall not thy teachers be removed into a corner anymore."
Right. So our teachers are not going to be put in a corner, meaning pretty much put off to the side.
Okay.
You know, for lack of better words. You know, put in a corner. You know, so they're out in the forefront. Okay. The teachers are out in the forefront.
On the highways and byways.
Right.
Pushing the work.
Exactly, man.
Not hiding behind a keyboard.
Exactly.
Actually doing the work.
Exactly, man. So shut the hell up, man. All right? Shut the hell up. Okay? Because it ain't nothing but a pretense for you niggas that's talking about all the camps are wicked and you ain't supposed to be, we ain't supposed to be dealing with camps and all. Shut the hell up, man.
Where your works.
Exactly.
If that be the case, where are your works? What are you putting forth? What are you contributing to the spirit? What are you doing to better push out this word?
Right, because it says the scripture shall go into the uttermost parts of the earth,
God.
Then shall the end come.
God. And if you ain't pushing the word, but you scoffing, hey, what are you doing to bring forth judgment to the wickedness of this world?
Nothing. They hinder.
Right. That's because they want to continue with this society.
Yeah.
You know, they want to get along to get along. So back in verse 20, it said, "But thy eyes shall see thy teachers." You know, like the brother said, hey, you know, you got the elders and apostles, you know, out there on the highways and byways teaching.
Right along with other camps, man. That's
Right.
in the spirit. You know?
Which is very few, but, you know, it's being done.
It's the spirit of the Lord. You know? Being pushed, that vibration being pushed. Okay, so all might see. Okay? And we're supposed to be made a spectacle. A lot of people don't want this to be, you know, they don't want it to be put in a bad light.
God.
Niggas already in a bad light.
Right.
Esau, the elites already look at you. You know, they're what they call it, licking their chops, you know? Because you're prey to them, man.
God. Whether you like it, understand it, believe it or not.
Right, man. And you're going to see very soon, man. Second Ezra. I'm going to get second Ezra. Because a lot of you don't understand what's going on. Hey, Isaiah 55, that's what I'm supposed to do.
Yeah, real quick. just back up what the brother was saying. This is John chapter 15, verse 18. If the world hates you, know that it hated me before it hated you. Yeah. And if you were of the world will love his own.
Right.
And because you are not of the world, but I have chosen you out of the world, therefore the world hates you. And verse 20 being the key point.
And it starts with our people, man.
God.
It starts with our people, man. They hate us the most.
God. And it's not because, and the reason why they hate us is because we go against everything that they push out. Exactly. We go for the word of Yahweh B'Shem Yahushua. Not what you think, how you feel about certain things.
Right, because that's two different things, man.
Right.
That's totally different.
What's the scripture say?
And they can't back up. They don't bring those scriptures. They can't bring anything against what we do.
That's why it burns them up inside. Exactly,
because you can't bring no precepts. You can't prove out of the scriptures that we're not supposed to be out there on the highways and byways. But we can do it. We can do it. We can prove that we're supposed to be out there.
He said, therefore the world hates you.
Right.
Remember the words that I said unto you. The servant is no greater than his master.
That's right. But a lot of you serve your own belly. A lot of you serve Satan.
God.
A lot of you commandment keeping Negroes. All right. You're not following the spirit of the Lord, man. You think following the law is the only thing you have to do. God. A lot of you don't even believe in the Messiah, man.
But it goes to show if you knew, the whole purpose behind the law, then you would be trying your best to keep the law.
Right.
You'd be focused on dealing with the spirit.
Right. And a lot of you searching for a sign. And the Lord said that, man. The wicked generation seeketh for a sign, and when it's right in front of your face the whole time.
That's what it say. It is the spirit that quickeneth, the flesh profiteth nothing.
Probably want to check and see if it's still recording. Yeah, we're good. Okay. All right. So this is Isaiah 55 and 11. Did you finish on that?
It's a little more.
Okay.
It said, remember the words that I said unto you, the servant is no greater than his Lord. If they persecuted me, they will also persecute you. Right. If they have kept my sayings, they will keep yours.
Right, exactly.
So that same persecution that Yahweh suffered, the disciples, the prophets of old, the same things that they suffered, the same suffering you finna suffer. Right. So, your best bet is to gird up your loins like a man.
Exactly. And do what you're told.
God, fall in line.
Because a lot of you niggas think you single-handedly gonna wake up all Israel and shit.
Everybody want to be the sergeant general. Hey, nah, you better get in line.
Yeah, because this ain't your work. This ain't even our work. We just
soldiers.
Exactly. And we're compelled to go out. Okay? Through the Spirit, we compelled to go out. Because we know, deep down, if we don't go out, it's destruction on us, man. The Lord is going to destroy you if you're not out there on the highways and byways doing His will, man. All right? There's something coming around the corner, man, that a lot of you not prepared for. Okay? A lot of you don't have no understanding. A lot of you are going to be totally taken unawares, man. Yeah, I guess so.
Isaiah 55? Yeah. Gotcha.
Okay. Isaiah 55 and 11, it says, so shall my word be that goeth forth out of my mouth. It shall not return unto me void, but it shall accomplish that which I please, and it shall prosper in the thing whereto I sent it. And prophecy, man. It's really about prophesying, man. Okay? Like I said, you can't prove we're not supposed to be out there on the highways and byways. But we can. Because we're in the forefront and the Lord is dealing with us, man. Period, point blank. He ain't dealing with you niggas that's behind the scene talking about all the camps are wicked. On the account of one idiot, okay? One fool. All right? But it shows you that they unlearned. They don't really know the spirit of the Lord. They don't know the Lord and how he orchestrates things. But hey, what happened to that woman is a double-edged sword, man. Okay, because they're gonna use that as a pretense to say, oh, those camps, they're wicked, they're doing this, they're telling, they're hostile, toxic masculinity.
Yep.
All right. Oh no, they're killing their wives, they're forcing their wives to do this, that, and the third.
It's a cult.
I'm a cult.
Right.
Okay, that's nothing more than a pretense to say all those things and to turn us over into the so-called white man, which is your daddy, which is your father, which is your God.
Ultimately, so they can stop this truth from going forth.
Yeah.
You know, because like you said, this truth is condemning everything that they thought.
And really, you're going to find out that you're offended in the word of the Heavenly Father, not us.
And that's why the Most High said this. Go to verse 8.
55 and 8. It says, for my thoughts, this is where I'm supposed to start. Isaiah 55 and 8. For my thoughts are not your thoughts, neither are my ways your ways. Neither are your ways my ways, said the Lord. For as the heavens are higher than the earth, so are my ways higher than yours.
Right, so
your ways.
You in your simple mind, you can't even begin to imagine, the Lord's thoughts. Like, the brother said, you can't even stomach half the stuff that's in this Bible. He told Ezekiel to eat without finest.
Eat that whole roll. Right. Eat the whole roll, meaning the whole scriptures, man. All that history.
Right. And you half you peons can't take it.
No.
It's too heavy for you.
That's right. It says, for as the heavens are high, it's like verse 10, for as the rain cometh down and the snow from heaven and returneth not thither, but watereth the earth and maketh it bring forth a bud, that it may give seed to the sower and bread to the eater, so shall my word be that goeth forth out of my mouth. It shall not return unto me void, but it shall accomplish that which I please, and it shall prosper in the thing whereto I sent it.
Got it. So his word not turning back to him void. So, no matter what you try to do against the truth, hey, the Lord's word is going to go out. He's going to accomplish what he said he's going to do. These prophecies are going to come to pass.
Well, time and time again, our people fail at understanding. It's a stumbling block to you anyway, but you fail at understanding the ways of the Most High. You fail at realizing the ways of the Most High and what's going on. So you think with a carnal mind, you react with a carnal mind, all right, and you think with a carnal mind rather than being spiritual. In other words, not taking things in your own matter, not being presumptuous in your own thoughts, but closely investigating everything. Closely not making basically keeping that foot, man, when you're in the presence of the Lord, man. That's all I had though. So if we'll close after you.
This is 2 Corinthians. This is 2 Corinthians 3 and 16. It said, nevertheless, it shall turn unto the Most High the veil that is taken away. It's like the veil shall be taken away. And the Lord is the Spirit. And with the Spirit of the Lord is, there is liberty.
That's right. For the Spirit of the Lord is, there is liberty.
God.
And we have liberty through His Spirit, not through no carnal will. Oh, I follow the law. I keep the law. Keep the commandments.
God.
You ain't keeping no commandments. None of you Israelites, man. We saved on pure grace and faith, man. And faith and works prove our faith, man.
God.
Was that it?
Yeah, that was it.
Yeah, so with that in closing, man, we're just going to say, hey, we know the hour's going to come, man. They're trumping up charges. We're seeing everything come together nicely as far as, our enemies coming against us. even you Israelites, mainly you Israelites, and then you're going to be the ones that turn us over to these Edomites. But that's fine, because guess what? They did the same thing to the Lord.
That's right.
Because they said, well, it couldn't be. They saying the same thing y'all saying now is a perfect correlation of what they've done to the Lord in the past. Period.
Just because, it's all because you say little baby them, just yesterday, doing all manner of wickedness, and the Most High, clicked their mind, and turned them back to the way of truth, the way of righteousness,
Mm-hmm.
And you can't accept it. You can't accept the truth. But with that you had something else to add.
Yeah, no, that was it. So yeah, with that, hey, you know what? 2nd Ezra 16 and let me see, 68. Okay, because a lot of you Israelites think just because you're not in the camp that these perilous times, these dangerous times that's coming is not going to touch you. You know what I'm saying? So this is 2nd Ezra 16 and 68. It says, "For behold, the burning wrath of a great multitude is kindled over you. All right, and they shall take away certain of you and feed you, being idle with things offered unto idols." So that burning wrath of a great multitude, those are those troops, man. All right, the troopers that's going to come in, and martial law is going to be declared. All right, it's going to be a permanent curfew. 7 o'clock, 8 o'clock, 9 o'clock. You get caught outside, you're going to get put to death, because they're going to be a national emergency. They're going to be generated crises. You could try to blame us for all this bull crap. We understand what's going on. All right, we don't care neither. We're the offscore and the filth of the world. We're the enemies to this world. So what, man? The world that's coming, man. What y'all got coming? Hey, I don't care. I want to be on this side. I don't want to be on your side. I don't want to be in comfort. And I don't want to be absent-minded to the Most High's judgments, man.
Hey, we got hope for salvation. Y'all don't have hope. Y'all lost.
Right. Where is y'all salvation? I don't think they really understand.
Exactly.
Right? All right, so Salaki, it says, "And they shall take away certain of you and feed you, being idle with things offered unto idols." And a lot of you are going to get the RFID chip as the mark of the beast, which a lot of you don't teach. Because, and it's going to catch you off guard, man.
And willingly ignorant to it.
Exactly. Yep. It says, "And they that consent unto them shall be had in derision, and in reproach, and trodden under foot." So those that consent unto who? Unto the powers that be, all right, which is the establishment, the rulers of the earth, which are the wicked. Okay, which is Esau, Edom, the so-called white man, the red Hebrew Edomites. Okay,
right. Along with all you other nations.
Exactly.
And 2/3 of Israel.
Yeah. It says, "For there shall be in every place and in the next cities a great insurrection upon those that fear the Lord. They shall be like madmen, sparing none." But
like madmen, sparing none.
Yeah. So
they're not finna. The scripture's gonna say they're not finna regard your money, your money. Your gold, silver, none of that.
They're not finna. Also, they're not finna regard the children.
Right.
Your grandmothers, your mothers, your fathers.
Said Jeremiah or Isaiah when he said, "Take the kids, dash the kids' heads to pieces."
Yeah. And then the Lord has got a sword judgment for the 2/3 of the nation of Israel. All right, but also the 1/3 of the elect is going to be pretty much going through fire. We're going to go through perilous times, but we're going to be saved, man. Lord willing, we part of that number. It says, "For there shall be in every place and in the next cities a great insurrection upon those that fear the Lord. They shall be like madmen, sparing none, but still spoiling and destroying those that fear the Lord," man. So
all spoiling and destroying those that fear the Lord. So like the brother said, we gonna catch the hell too. Yeah, but at the end of it, we're gonna be saved out of it.
We're gonna be purged. We're gonna be tested in these times, man, and we're gonna be made. We're gonna be made like unto gold. That
precious metals
that's burned in the furnace, man. All right,
gold, silver,
Yeah, and we're gonna perfectly understand the will of the Lord, man. It says, "Then shall they be no." It's like it says, "For they shall waste and take away their goods and cast them out of their houses. Then shall they be known who are my chosen, and they shall be tried as the gold in the fire." All right. So just in closing, because I know we always talk about destruction, but there's always a good side to what's going on. It says, hear, O ye my beloved, said the Lord, behold, the days of trouble are at hand, but I will deliver you from the same. Be ye not afraid, neither doubt.
And who is that beloved? That beloved is that 1/3, the elect.
It says, for the Most High is your guide, and the guide of them who keep my commandments and precepts, said the Lord God. All right, let not your sins weigh you down, and let not your iniquities lift up themselves. All right. So his commandments are throughout the whole scriptures, but most of the things that the Most High commanded us to do, we can't do. Okay, because the so-called white man has made laws against them. Okay. All right, and soon he's going to make laws against preaching out there on the streets, okay, because what? The words that we're speaking is going into the gates of the nobles, as Isaiah 13 says, man, all right? And they don't go to the gates of the nobles when you're sitting in your house, and you got a Bible study, and you're barbecuing every weekend, or,
You're tucking your head between your legs.
and your Sabbath is the Friday, sundown, Saturday, sundown, Shabbat, Shalom. No, man. It's following his law, man. The precepts, man. All right? Keeping his command, keeping his words, man. If he tell us to go out there on the highways and byways, and he sent forth the apostles last, unto death, to be made a spectacle, then that's what it is, man.
Right.
All right?
And how you gonna be made a spectacle, sitting behind a computer screen, sitting in a closed-in room?
It ain't gonna happen.
Right. It ain't. So with that,
Say, hey, we're gonna give all praises to Yahweh, Ba'Hashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'Hashem, Rakakodash, a double honesty apostles, elders at Great Millstone. Salutation to your Akim, man. And keep pushing, man. We don't care, man. It's the words, it's the Most High's word over everything. And Shalom.
Shalom.